All right, folks, welcome to another episode of Digging History and Honoring the Sacrifice. I am your host, James McCormick, and of course, I've got my buddy Bravo right over here. You know, I was just talking about Bravo. Bravo gets in the truck, he gets to take a nap. Bravo gets in the couch at the studio, again, he gets to take a nap. I'm just wondering, when do I get to take my nap? Because this is Bravo right here. And then when he's out in the woods, he likes to dig and he likes to chew on sticks. He loves digging though. He loves going out in the woods and going digging. But this show, we're going to talk about a few things. Number one, you might be able to tell by my shirt here, I have got my reunion shirt from the unit that I was in the United States Army that made significant history. And it was the 518th Combat Gun Truck Company, often referred to as U.S. Regulators. And you'll see our motto was, we'll make you famous. Kind of same thing from the Billy the Kid used to say that, right? We'll make you famous. Kind of on the same lines. An extremely tough and rugged unit and extremely tough and rugged soldiers to be in that unit. Its primary mission, its only mission really, was to protect convoys and to travel up and down the mobile supply routes, military supply routes, all throughout Iraq. Faced a tremendous amount of combat during that period of time. So I spent just a little over 15 months in Iraq, that tour. We did get extended. And as far as missions go, thousands and thousands of miles. Actually, I got to see all of Iraq. And if you think about the country of Iraq, you think about war and destruction, but there were really some beautiful places in Iraq, up around Erbil and Mosul and in the northern sector. Now, when you were in Baghdad, Ramadi, Fallujah, and near Al-Assad Air Base, a little town called Hit, and then in southern Iraq, extremely desolate, extremely violent in an area known as the Sunni Triangle. So we spent a tremendous amount of time with the 518th on missions in the Sunni Triangle. But every now and then we got to see some really interesting and cool things, which kind of brings me to why I'm here, why I do what I do with Digging History, and I've done it for going on 4 years now. It's been a great program. It's been a great opportunity for me to be able to not only work through my disabilities and post-traumatic stress, but to also introduce a lot of other veterans to the joys of metal detecting, relic hunting, looking for arrowheads, walking creek banks, or just getting out into the woods. This show is really all about re-engaging life. You know, life changes after you go to war or after you have a significant traumatic event. And I want to talk a little bit about that, why they call it post-traumatic stress. Post-traumatic stress really is a normal reaction to an abnormal situation. And many of you have experienced things not just related to warfare and combat. I have tremendous respect for those that have had to deal with other things, tragedies in your life. Maybe you lost a loved one that you never expected that you would lose, and maybe you lost them at a very young age. Those things are traumatic. Car wrecks, incidents, violence that has been perpetrated on people is extremely challenging to the mental stability of some folks, and if not all folks. And some people go through a series of trauma, and maybe somebody's going through something right now as you're watching this show. Maybe you're struggling, you're suffering, you feel like nobody cares. Well, I want you to know that I'm dedicating a section of this show because I care and we care here in this network. We care enough because we know enough about this to know that it takes us all working together in order to fix this thing. There's no reason why someone should take the ultimate action of taking their life. Suicide is a permanent thing. There's no coming back after that. It's a permanent resolution for a temporary issue. Whatever you're dealing with right now, it truly is temporary, and it will get better. Things that we think about. Maybe you're being bullied, because I know this is played in schools. Maybe you're being bullied. Maybe you're being harassed at school. Maybe you're being harassed at work. The worst thing you can do is to hold that inside. You need to talk to someone about that. And there's no shame whatsoever, especially if you're a student in one of these schools, of going to your teacher or to your counselor. Or if you don't feel that none of those will work, then pick up the phone and dial those 3 numbers, 988. 988 will get you to someone that will listen, and will not only listen but take action. Many of us have had to call these hotlines. We used to have this long 1-800 number for suicide awareness hotline, and that was changed here recently to 988. It's not something that you just call because maybe you're just having a bad day. But if you really feel like nobody is out there that cares, there are people that care, and I'm one of them. And I can tell you that I've put my cell phone number up on this. This is my personal cell phone number, 304-206-6065. And I've had people call me in all hours. Now, sometimes people call and, want to play pranks or whatever. Okay, but in all seriousness, I put my number out there because if I didn't care, I wouldn't do it. But it's because I do care. And because I would rather take you out metal detecting, I'd rather take you out walking a creek bank, or I'd rather just talk to you than to find out somewhere down the line that I missed that call or you didn't have anybody to call. So there's no excuse whatsoever, because whatever your problem is, we can address it. Myself and Bravo. Sometimes just hanging out with Bravo here is an opportunity for you, to get back to your human side, to feel like that there's somebody that cares. And that big guy right there, he cares. He loves kids. We've taken him into hospitals where kids have been extremely ill. Extremely ill. And some of them never walk out of that hospital. To be able to let those children be able to pet Bravo and to watch the video and to just feel his, and to know that somebody cares is amazing. It's amazing not only for the kids, but it's also amazing for the parents. And sometimes it strikes up that desire to keep fighting and fighting harder. And I hope that that's the case with everyone that ever gets to put their hand on that guy's paws or on his back, because he really is an awesome, awesome partner. And he's a trained service dog. He is well trained, along with Cookie, which she's growing up and growing up fairly fast. She's not going to be anywhere near as big as Bravo. I think right now she's about 50 pounds. Bravo's about 110 pounds. And he is as friendly as can be. Some people are afraid of dogs, big dogs, and I get it. He has been able to help people overcome some of those phobias, some of those fears as well. Because when you see a dog like that, now, not all dogs are approachable. You should always approach with caution. Even if I tell you, this guy's friendly, he's going to, the only thing he might do is lick you. But you always approach dogs with the same level of caution. Confident, okay? Never run, you know what I mean? Unless, there's no other way to get away from them. But also talk in a tone that doesn't sound like you're either terrified or you're overly aggressive. Dogs understand that. They pick up on those things. Bravo, he is a special, special dog, though. And we hope to have some pups between him and Cookie one day. And then we hope to get those puppies trained and to get them into either veterans or to children or to anybody that's suffering from whatever it is. Maybe it's a debilitating illness, maybe it's sickness, maybe you need a dog that can sniff you for when your sugar, your diabetes gets out of whack. These dogs can be trained to do so many things. And most places, if not all places in America, allow a service dog. You see, for Bravo, I carry around an ID card in my pocket that has a picture of both Bravo and I. And that ID card, and you won't be able to see it, but that ID card, I keep it right in here, okay? And that's in case I need to fly someplace and Bravo may need to go with me. So he can fly on flights and in some cases can fly on international flights. I haven't had to get him a passport yet because we haven't went anywhere other than Canada. But maybe, who knows what the future may hold. So I had an interesting week and I wanted to talk a little bit about that week. We got to meet in Nitro, West Virginia with a group of veterans known as the Vietnam Veterans of America, and they were talking about a very important subject related to Agent Orange and related to toxic exposure among veterans and citizens that live in and around areas where this stuff was either sprayed or where items were manufactured. Nitro, West Virginia being one of them. The conversation was extremely well received by most folks. I got a chance to sit on this panel to talk about some of the things we're doing legislatively as well. So in addition to doing Digging History and Honoring the Sacrifice, I'm also working in veterans legislation with the Vietnam Veterans of America. And I want to say this to everybody that's out there. Maybe you have a parent, maybe you're a grandparent, maybe you yourself were exposed to something and you're not really sure. It's so important for you to make that connection. And I'm going to give you a web address and we'll tag it on the bottom of the screen. And it's going to be vva.org. That's Victor Alpha Oscar Romeo Golf. And that is the VietnamVeteransOfAmerica.org, which you can go there and get all kinds of information, not just on Vietnam related. So younger generation folks that are out there, folks that served in the Persian Gulf and Iraqi freedom and Afghanistan like I did, you can get information related to that service. Because one of the motto that the Vietnam Veterans of America has is that never again will one generation of veteran abandon another. And so I think that's really cool because now you have the Vietnam Veterans of America who are looking to us, the younger generation, to step up and say, we will not abandon the next generation. And it's really a whole act of just paying it forward, educating and informing. Now back to the 518th Combat Gun Truck Company. Can you believe it's been 20 years since we formed that unit? On May the 18th, 2004, that unit was formed. You know, 20 years can get away from you really quick. And when I met with the Vietnam veterans over the weekend, many of them have celebrated their 50th anniversary of either going to Vietnam or coming home. And it's extremely important that we take action now, because if you keep putting it off till tomorrow, folks, tomorrow's turn into weeks, months, and years. And that includes everything, like making that call, like calling that friend that you haven't talked to in a while, making those connections so that you can re-engage in life. So wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, I want you to sit back and I want you to enjoy this show, Digging History. But if you're dealing with a struggle or a crisis, I want you to either pick up the phone and call me, or I want you to call 988 if you really need that help, because there's folks out there that care just like we do at Digging History and Honoring the Sacrifice. Because we care, we share. So we'll be right back with the closing of Digging History and Honoring the Sacrifice after these important video clips from the field. All right, Digging History fans, I got something right in here. We haven't dug it yet, but I'll dig it with you. Oh, I think I see it right there. That's not it. So here's what I found. So let me show you. And this is a little trick. This is an old tree that flipped over. And all of this is well over 150 years old. You can be guaranteed of that. Don't know what that is, but we're gonna find out. All right? Because that's what we do here at Digging History. Let's find out what it is. What are you? Oh, I see it right there. I see it. You know what it is? You know what it is? Yeah. It's a fired bullet. See it? Now this tree, this was fired. It's right next to the base of this tree. They may have been shooting at the base of this tree, because this is an old tree. It's definitely was a witness tree. Finding a bullet is better than finding nothing. I hear these people say, oh, well, that's all they do is find bullets, bullets, bullets. No, we find more than just bullets, guys. You know, like here's a little piece of history here. This is an old piece of green glass. I found a thicker piece right here, really thick glass here. So obviously they may have been even shooting at those old bottles, you know, who knows? Don't know. We're gonna keep looking around here, we'll find out. I'm having fun. I don't care if it's finding bullets. I don't care if it's finding trash. I'm having fun, and I'm getting exercise, and it's good. It's a good thing. Okay, folks, I found a great find. I found a State of New York cuff button right here. Here it is, folks. And it's in beautiful shape. I have to clean it up so you can see the seal, but I'm looking at it, and I'm pretty sure this is either New York or possibly Wisconsin. I don't know. But we're gonna put this in our little safety jar that we have here, okay, where we put all of our good stuff. Okay, doggone, that's a great find. Gosh, that's the first state button I have found down here. Oh, it's beautiful. I gotta clean it up. It's in really good shape. Golly, man, that's an awesome looking state button. You gotta be careful cleaning these up, because, you know, you don't want to use anything to devalue it, but a little bit of water, very soft brush. Don't rub it off on your pants, you know. I'll clean this up later, and I get a toothpick, pick around at it, and we'll get that seal. Look at that, how it's shaped. That's a beautiful button. Man, that's so awesome. Yay. See, I told you we find more than just bullets. Bullets. We just found bullets. No, man. We find state buttons. We find coins. We find lots of silver coins. We've yet to find a gold coin yet. That's a beautiful button. It's going to be even more beautiful once we put some water on it and brush it off a little bit. Oh, it's awesome. So if you look here, you can see this is an old trench line right here. And it's just in the middle of the woods. There's a lot of trash and stuff out here too, but really not as much as I thought. Wow, it's awesome. Ta-da! Ding! Oh boy, folks, and this day just keeps getting better. Another button. This time it's a general service. I've already seen the eagle on the top there. You can see it. We'll clean it up. You'll be able to see it better. It's a large coat button. Wow. To go with my New York, maybe Michigan, maybe Wisconsin. I don't know. But I know what this is. This is general service, a general service button. So one of the big buttons. It used to be gold. You know, well, it was, you know, shiny like gold, but not real gold. Piece of Civil War history right here, baby. Just right there. Signal was going nutty, crazy. And this is a cool spot because this is the spot that Heather, my lovely wife, and Preston and Cassie came out here digging with me. And they all found bullets. Heather found a button and some bullets. You know, I was so excited whenever I watch them find it, and then I'm looking up here, and it's like I'm seeing places, you know, where they sit down on the log and was drinking some water, and it's just great memories. And then, you know, I get blessed and I find this right here. Oh, that's just wonderful. That's just such a wonderful thing. Great memories. You know, I'm working out of town, so you know, we're spending a little bit of time apart doing this work thing, but it's working out really well because we find some new cool places to dig, and then my kids and my wife, they get to come by, and we spend a lot of cool time together, see some amazing things. So this has really not been too bad, folks. You know, hey, I'm blessed. So an awesome find down here with Digging History. You can't find it sitting on the couch, folks. All right, Digging History fans. Wow. Man, we're just killing it today out here for Civil War history. Found 2 buttons. Found 10 bullets. One of them's a state button. We found an 1861 seated Liberty dime. We found a wheat penny. I found some chain that I didn't get on the video, but I'll show it to you. It's definitely of the period. Probably a see how it's twisted like that. Probably standard horse chain. And then this bullet just now. I mean, you know, we're just in a small area and just crushing it. It's just awesome. And getting a lot of exercise at the same time. It's getting to be late, so I'm going to have to get down here real soon. But gotta fill the holes, cover them up with leaves, and make it look like you were never here. That is how we do business. So keep watching on Digging History. All right, Digging History fans. What a day it's been. Let's just go ahead and start with these bullets down here. Holy cow, folks, this is a day's find right here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 bullets. That's not much of one left, but that's a 3-ringer that's been fired, and that is a Sharps carbine bullet, which is really cool. These right here, this one I'm pretty sure is a dropped. These are fired. That one, no, that's a fired. Maybe that one's a dropped as well. I'm not sure, but the rest of them are fired. Now let's just move up here to the top. You'll see our triangle. Now the triangle came off of the knapsack, usually used to connect a strap across the chest. So that's a pretty amazing piece. I'm gonna set this up here because the next thing I want to look at is this 1861, and that is a seated Liberty dime. Now I want you just to take a look how beautiful that coin is. You can read the word Liberty, no problem at all. As you can see, I didn't do a lot of cleaning on it, and other than just a little bit of water and brushing it off. And that's it. So beautiful. Now this is my pride and joy of my buttons today. And I'm going to try to get this thing turned around here so you can see. Yeah. So this right here, you can see the eagle on the top. That is a New York state button. Now, if you can look, you can still make out some of the guy. You see it right there, the gold there. It's a beautiful button. Got one little hole in it, but it's 160 years old plus. So look at that bad boy right there. You can still even read the manufacturer's marks, and you can look at that. The gold is just on there. Gosh. It's a beautiful button. The state of New York, the Excelsior state symbol is just gorgeous. It's got stars around the outer edge. Got one little hole in it. So other than that, that's a really nice find. Yeah, there you go. You can see the eagle outlay, and you can actually see some of the gold gilt that's still on that thing. So the New York state militia button is just incredible. That's just an incredible find, and an incredible find to find it, you know, with all of its little parts. And get up and get to digging, folks. Whoo! Welcome back there, Digging History fans. We're back. What'd you think about the videos? It's always cool when you can see digging and you can see things like this big guy right here. Sometimes he just wants to get a big hug and a pet, and then sometimes he just wants to go lay down. But as you can see, Bravo hasn't changed a bit. Still likes to chew on his sticks. Yes, you do. You do. You like to chew on your sticks. He likes to chew on sticks, and he likes to let everybody know that he's here. So, anyways, enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your week, and remember what I said in the beginning of the show. Don't suffer alone. If you have a problem, you have an issue, you can call me. You can call 988. And you can actually come and get a chance to even pet Bravo's nose right here if you want to. If it makes you feel better and it gets you through that crisis, understand, I'll make the trip for you, and so will he. So thanks a lot for watching Digging History and Honoring the Sacrifice. And join us out in the field sometime, because remember, folks, you can't find anything sitting on the couch. Take care and have a great day.